Everybody, better for the Better Podcast, and we've got more Blood Bowl news. Apparently, like buses, you wait and wait and wait, and then they all turn up. So not only is the Chaos Dwarf team coming out very soon, but Games Workshop have dropped a surprise star player back from the realms of the before times. We've got Anqi Panqi, the Sorus blocker star, is back. So over on Warhammer Community, let's have a look at the article. Let's zoom in a little bit and shimmy him over. So, blocking balls like the best in the business, another star player returns from Lustria. So the jungles of Lustria have spawned many illustrious Blood Bowl players, from the hulking Croxagore Glottalstop to the wily Skink Twins Drool and Dribble, but rarely are the specialized Saurii, known as the Temple Guards, seen beyond the boundaries of their cities. These taciturn bodyguards, apparently words are beyond me. These lads protect the Slann and their works with almost robotic precision, but not even they are immune to the exhilaration of sporting glory and the adoration of screaming fans, as Anqi Panqi found out. Right. Well, I muffed that, but we'll ignore that. So we've got the model here for Anqi Panqi. I'm going to assume he's on a 40, no, I'm going to assume he's on a 32 mil base here. So we've got a Sorus star player. Now, I've dug out his rules from the 2016 edition. We can have a look at them in a second, but let's have a look at the model. So, first of all, very sad that there are no Blood Bowl socks here. But I guess that's to be expected. We've got, it's a Sorus Temple Guard. If you ever played Warhammer Fantasy Battle, it's a Sorus Temple Guard. I don't know what they're called in Age of Sigmar, but it's a Sorus Temple Guard. In that he is a big Sorus blocker, he's in the 3-point stance, and he's got the classic tiny Triceratops hat. He's got the helmet made of the bones of some kind of dinosaur, which is very cool. So, let's have a look at the article. Previously assigned to safeguarding a struggling Slann coach from disappointed fans both within and without, Anqi discovered his natural Blood Bowl talent after the brutal suppression of a pitch-storming crowd found the ball in his hands and the feet in his end zone. So great was the public's enthusiasm for the accidental game winner that his coach offered him a place on the team, and contracts were signed in a mere 5 years, lightning fast by the cold-blooded Lustrian's usual standards. Anqi took to the glitz and glamour of the Blood Bowl life like a lizard to a comfortable warm rock, reveling in the roar of the crowd and the Cabal Vision reporters jostling for his attention. A quick reshuffle of personnel at seriously, at the Tlaxcalan Stegodons released him from regular service, and he began the golden road to star player stardom, offering his services as a masterful blocker and consummate player killer. Okay, so we're looking for a Sorus blocker star here. Can we have block? Let's see if the blocker has some good blocker skills. Again, cool art. Looks like he's got, I don't know, it looks like a bunch of keys or something. Maybe a spine. Maybe that's a spine in his hands. Oh, it's a helmet in the art. Oh, it's a helmet. It's a helmet. Okay, so the strong and resilient Sorus already make for great blockers, and Anqi is the top of his game. His Savage Blow special rule is the perfect trump card to pull out when a block absolutely must send the target sprawling, as you can keep any dice you like and reroll any you don't. Okay, so let's have a look at his special power. Savage Blow. Once per game, when Anqi performs a block action against an opposing player, he may choose to reroll any number of the block dice. That's pretty monstrous. If you are fishing for sixes, if you're fishing for pals, then that's just going to give you a straight up reroll, and completely ignoring the fact that he's a star player, so he's going to have Loner without a shadow of a doubt. That's really good. And do you know what? This is something that's really powerful. He rolls a skull and a push. Or he's taking a 3-die block and it's skull, skull, push. You can just reroll the skulls and keep the push, keep the safe result, which means this is going to be really powerful. Only once per game, which I think is appropriate. He's going to be strength 4 minimum, so probably strength 5 being a Sorus star. So the odds of making 2-3 die blocks all the time are pretty high anyway. So such a princely package does come for a premium price, and it will cost Lustrian Super League teams 190,000 smackaroos to hire their own solid wall of muscle, gold and scales for their games. If you want to stay up and date on Anqi Panqi's release date and a load of awesome Warhammer content besides, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. Okie dokie, 190k for a Sorus blocker star for the Lustrian teams is interesting. Okay, so Drool and Dribble are doing great work, but they're not a heavy hitter. Lizards have a heavy hitter in the Croxagore and 6 Sauruses anyway, so they're not often going to be wanting to take him. He's going to potentially, if he's strength 5, be a more reliable version of a big guy for Slann or Lizards, but potentially a bit of a heavy hitter for Amazons, and 190 is actually quite affordable. Obviously, Drawl and Dribble give you a good, affordable fast strike team. But actually, if you're looking for a bit of muscle, could be the way forward. So let's have a look at the old rules for him. He used to be I don't know if you guys can hear that, but something in the USB land is just going mental over there. So Anqi Panqi used to be 210k, 7 movement, so faster, strength 4, edge 1, armor 9 plus in the old world, so edge 5 plus, armor 10 plus, block, grab, loner, stand firm. So if this guy comes with block at 190k for a star player, strength 4, and you've got the once per game get you out dodge roll, automatic reroll, it's pretty good. He's going to be consistent, which is actually really useful. Grab's going to be potentially very useful too, and stand firm as well is not a bad skill. So a potentially good skill set if we see that carry over. So interesting that we've seen a Lizardman star drop all of a sudden, but I mean, hey, it is a very cool model. I mean, part of me is thinking, okay, are Games Workshop gearing up for more lustrier teams? Like, are we going to see them redo Slan? Are we going to see them do rules for an extra skink team or something? I imagine not, but you know me, I'm always thinking about the extra teams. So we've got the Lizardman star player, very cool model. We've seen the stats of the old. We've seen his power for this one. It's a very, very cool model. Do you know what? I don't think we have much more to say about this. The model itself is really lovely. 3-point stance, quality sculpting, quality painting. Really, really lovely model. Potent, potentially. 190k means he's quite good. He's in that mid-range value. I mean, for League, that's very much in the way of you're punching up, you know, maybe a 1 million against a 1.2, you know, existing League team or something like that. Again, he's going to be coming up against Venehex, you know, Frog Lady, who does have the cool ability. You've got the Drawl and Dribble players, which bring 2 players, and a fast strike ability with that stunty dodge for Amazons. Glottal Stop is a chunky price though, isn't it? Glottal's something like 250 or something, so if you want a heavy hitter, then Glottal might be a bit too pricey, but this could give you the 7th or 8th strength 4 piece, and if he comes with block and that baked in ability, then he's going to be quite useful. So he's going to give you, it's kind of like a mid-range consistent brawler for your team, and quite frankly, if he dies, doesn't matter. Doesn't look like he's going to, even like, moving 7's great, but with low edge and Soruses, he's not going to be a scoring threat, so he's not really going to soak up your SPPs in a league, so that itself is going to be quite useful. Interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think, and we'll be back soon with more Bubble content. Happy blocking.
Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the channel even further, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. Or come join us on YouTube Members or in Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to some content, some loot, early access to basically everything we do, as well as regular competitions. Or you can pick up some Bonehead Podcast loot either on our website at boneheadpodcast.com. We've got the Dungeon Bowl things, we've got tokens and stuff like that, or on our Spreadshirt site as well. Everything you do just helps us make more content and hopefully do it of better quality. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy blocking.